Ben, first of all, sum up for us how proud you are that you're able to put a fight of this magnitude in a stadium like this one.
Very proud. Stuff that dreams are made of, but it's not about me on Saturday. I think you've got two guys that have worked their very, very best to get to the top of the sport in a life-changing moment for both of them. You've seen the intensity. You've seen how much it means to them. It's going to be a phenomenal night on Saturday. The sun coming out, beautiful.
Hopefully no rain. Are you expecting a big crowd?
Huge. I think, look, when you're faced with decisions as a promoter, you know, especially in June, you're thinking, okay, we could go to Wembley Arena, we could go to the O2. It's the same, it's boring. Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace, 100-year anniversary. They've got behind the show. Richard Riakporhe's their man. We did it in Bournemouth last year. It was phenomenal. It's going to be just as good this year, if not better, with that undercard. So, yeah, I can't wait, and I have to thank Crystal Palace for giving us the license to do what we want to do. The fan zone's open, the Kiss FM DJs. It's going to be a festival-like experience in there tomorrow night, and yeah, really looking forward to it.
Do you get a buzz off doing the stadiums? Because obviously you've just announced the Barnsley one as well. Did Bournemouth before. I saw someone tweet the other day saying you're trying to do the 92 in boxing fights. All the football stadiums in the EFL. But do you get a buzz off doing the football grounds?
You know what it is? I really believe in football fans getting behind their own, and we've seen it so much throughout boxing history. Chris Billam-Smith really tapped into it last year. Richard Riakporhe's tapping into it here. Callum Simpson's phenomenal in terms of the support he has from Barnsley. They're just passionate. It's tribal. You only get it in the UK. We want to build the stars of the future. And I believe you've got to use football to do that, to get the real big audiences. Mr. Whittaker will be in Wolverhampton next, and the story will continue. And I can see him doing football stadiums in years to come as well. So definitely it's a challenge of ours, and it's an investment in our fighters to create the next generation of stars in British boxing.
Billam-Smith comes into this fight almost an underdog again. Like a lot of people are saying Richard Riakporhe is a heavy favourite for this. Do you find that maybe it's not giving Chris enough credit for the type of fighter that he is and how much quality he does have?
I think it's wrong. I think it's completely wrong. I think a lot of people will be surprised. It's the best I've ever seen Chris look, I have to say. Chris mentally has proven that he's at this level. Richard has to match him. He's not been at this level before. So we'll see. I think it's a 50-50 fight. Whoever wants it most will win on the night.
That's right. As a promoter, you're always asked about what's next. With a fight like this, can you even think about next when it's so...
Unifications.
Well, but yeah. Can you even think about what's next for who it's going to be because of how close it is?
Look, you can. I know Chris wants to unify. I know Richard wants to possibly unify but move up to heavyweight. So some fantastic options. Some great fights ahead for them. I think they're going to be the most wanted world champion. It may be all the boxing. You've got the light heavyweights wanting to come up there, Usyk wanting to come down. They're going to get so many opportunities. Let's see who gets through on Saturday night.
Are you leaning one way or the other, or are you strictly on the fence?
Look, in my head, of course, everyone's got an inkling. 4 weeks ago, though, I was one way and now I'm another way. So I think that tells you everything you need to know about this fight. I know both guys well. I've seen them at their best. I've seen them at their worst. There's no one on planet Earth that can confidently predict the fight on Saturday night. So that's a great fight.
We've seen a load of shows down in Bournemouth with Chris. Are you still hopeful that there can be shows down on the south? I know you said Lee Cutler potentially headlining at the International Centre. Do you still want to do shows down on the south coast?
I'd love to. Whatever happens, win or lose. It's been fantastic to us, Bournemouth. Fantastic place. We've been there 4 times. Every time a sellout. The stadium was incredible experience. We'd have liked to go back. They had a pitch issue for this summer, but I'm sure we'll be back in Bournemouth, and that fan base is travelling on Saturday night, and they're phenomenally fanatic about their guy.